Welcome to San Antonio, Texas, the Alamo City today at the Alamo Dome as we have a couple of squads here ready to square off in the Valero Alamo Bowl. While this game caps off the regular season, how that season is remembered will be impacted greatly by what happens in this game. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the USC Trojans. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So the USC Trojans return team will have that offense backed up. And when you have a quarterback like this guy, the entire offense feeds off of him, David.
Oh, everybody feeds off of his energy, and the whole playbook's open because you can trust on him. He's dependable, Palmer.
He's also one of those guys, if he gets in a good rhythm, watch out. This dude starts firing strikes.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. They'll give it to the back. Powers through the defender. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Pick up the first down on the ground like that, and it would make Sam Bam Cunningham proud.
All right, I'm going to need a little education. Give me some context on Sam Bam Cunningham.
He was a great, powerful, hard-nosed running back for some of those great Trojan teams of John McKinney. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Back to throw, it's Burns. Fires to the middle. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. Both these teams have had some good moments this year, and they'd love nothing better than to improve their bowl positioning, build a little momentum by getting a win in this one.
You're just trying to punctuate the season, right? How big would it be for one of these two programs to finish the year as a ranked team? It would help them so much in the offseason with recruiting and really help their confidence looking ahead to next year, David.
And confidence and momentum and just learning how to win. Part of that is a part of the process of being great in the future. And this team, learning how to win, finding ways to get it done, it's only going to build momentum, and hopefully you can carry that over to next season.
He'll pull it on the read. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defensive end understanding football, understanding that I got to keep outside contained. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete to be able to corral him, tackle him right in the middle of the field, and get him to the ground.
Grabs it in the middle. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. 3rd and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're getting it to your back in the passing game to the perimeter. You're just hoping you can make a guy miss and use his athleticism and speed, but a way better job tackling that time defensively, now setting up 4th.
Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. So the Arizona Wildcats offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. To the air, it's Day. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season and throughout your career, and it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love the swag bags, personally. I love getting the gifts.
Yeah, I mean, to me, David, really, it was thinking about the tradition and history of these bowl games. I think that's one of the best things about college football. We're in an era today where bowl games don't matter as much as they did back when you and I played, but it was special to take the field with your guys one more time, but playing in games that had so much history.
To the ground, he's got it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'll line up for a second down play. Quarterback checking the play. On second down, wants to throw. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
They make the stop, and this running game moves to change as they get the first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the gun. One thing I've noticed from talking to coaches about their approach to bowl games is how many of them use it as a springboard for next season. They try to focus on developing some of the new guys, maybe, that have joined them for the bowl practices.
I mean, you get 15-plus extra practices. You start to play and experience more as young guys. The older guys get a little bit more rest. But, yeah, you're building the future. You're building the foundation. You're working on your technique. And you know what? You also get to have some fun. I think that's important for team building, is having fun at your location, doing the different things together to start to build that unity that will make a big difference in the future.
Yeah, there's a saying in college football that your freshman year, when you get to bowl season, you're no longer a freshman. A lot of players grow up. You get the extra practices mentally, and from a confidence standpoint, you turn the page. I can remember back to my true freshman year, we were getting ready to play Penn State. We had a lot of NFL talent in my freshman class, and everybody just seemed to grow a foot taller. They were playing with a different intensity level that really paid off for us the next year.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still third and goal. Looking for a man. It's Dave. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he added the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
The play-action fake. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down. The Trojans will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the lines. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this.
Off he goes. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Defense's head may still be spinning. They're just outside the red zone now. 1st and 10 from the 22. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
I love offenses that can just rely on their offensive line to get it done in 4th and short situations like that. Turn around, hand it off, let's stay on the field and keep this thing going.
Scanning the field, it's Day. It's incomplete and nearly intercepted in the end zone. You get the ball that close, you cannot put it in harm's way. Got nothing last time, now 2nd and goal from the 3. Barrels ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona. They'll try to add another to their lead. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They got a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And the Trojans moving quickly to the line. Leaves it with the back. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. David, given the fact that you are a devoted helmet head, I'm not sure that you're aware there are a lot of other festivities around the bowl game. Did you ever experience any of that?
Of course I'm a helmet head. Yeah, spot on. Agree with that. But here's the thing. We did a meat-eating contest at the Outback Bowl my senior year. Which squad could eat more steak from Outback? It was absolutely amazing. So I experienced that in all of its glory.
Fires into the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse. And they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make? Because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
He makes a catch. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Arizona comes out with another first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's now up to 71 yards rushing as he inches closer to that 1,400-yard milestone. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to throw, it's Dave. Firing toward the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Like the passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around, see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They've been running it, but now the pass. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Third down coming up after the completion. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. The Trojans will punt it away on 4th down. On the return, it's Sims. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more fun. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football in.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
Gets it out quickly. They'll immediately call timeout.
Glass half full, glass half empty, guys. Obviously great, they got a completion. Prefer that over incompletions or interceptions. Glass half empty. Maybe that third down a bit more manageable, but not by much.
From the gun, running back on the move. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
They'll run the option. Quick toss. Runs through a tackle. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Working that left side now. They'll mark it down, and that'll be enough for an Arizona first down.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
This offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. He's got his man, and he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Arizona going back to work with another first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Unleashes one. He's got him wide open. Touchdown, Arizona! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The give to the back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air, it's Burns. Lofts one high and deep. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. Fair catch called for and made. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted and finish the deal here in the second half.
I mean, love the way they came out. They had all that time off, didn't look rusty at all, came out with the foot on the accelerator, looking really, really good. Palmer, you just more of the same here in the second half.
I agree, and if you're on that sideline right now, now's not the time to be thinking about the off-season, your strength program, what classes you're taking in the spring. You need to focus on finishing this game and punctuating this season.
Here we go. They'll throw it on first down. Coming after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a second down pass play. He spins that thing down the middle. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. It's a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Here's the handoff. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you've got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
These corners going to give them some space. He lets one fly deep. And that ball is picked off.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. Third and long, they dial up the perfect coverage, and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
Now facing a third and long. To throw, it's Day. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of put him out of rhythm. Arizona runs out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the...
And he breaks into the open. At the 30. He's at the 10. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half, it looked bad. It looked like it was weak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together.
They make the stop after the catch. And still some work to do to pick up that first down. Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. It's complete along the sidelines. It's a catch inbounds, and it's a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just...
Can anyone catch him? Inside the 10. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
Arizona lines up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Wildcats. And the beatdown has ensued. show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting the touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes with the return. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Short throw is complete, and he'll grab it, step out of bounds, and pick up the first down. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Dropping back, it's Burns. He finds his man. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. From the gun, running back gets to give.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Hand off from the shotgun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Caught over the middle. It's Sims. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the...
He's going for a big play downfield. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass, it's Burns. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Now on first down from the 30. He wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. It's complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Trojans have pushed it inside the 20. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Looking for the score. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Looking to move it through the air. It's complete to the left. He is going nowhere. Stops at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they can.
He's off to the races. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the pummeling has started. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he finished things off by racing 37 yards to the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Comes out throwing on first down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
This time on target. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. He's going to pass. Using the quick game. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You've got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5. And the Trojans have this offense rolling. Looking to throw, it's Burns. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be...
And the quarterback is snowed under.
And this defense has done such a great job. Another sack on the day. They forced an interception. They've been flying all over the field playing great defense.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he'll avoid the tackle on the slide.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Throws to the back. Makes a grab enough for the first. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
And we don't see this very much in college football anymore. Quarterbacks just taking care of their bodies and making smart decisions. Get down on the ground so you don't take one of these big hits from these nasty defensive players and just give yourself a chance to make it through the rest of this game.
Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
This tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Quick completion on the out route. They make the stop right there. Good pickup and still short of the first down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
It's a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on the other second down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, USC. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Arizona sending the offense onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. You're getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Day. Quick strike complete. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Love working with you guys. Love being in the booth. Love covering these football games. And I'll tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding this.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DB's doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. First order of business here, don't give up a big return, then the defense just has to keep them out of the end zone. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down for this offense. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he's got enough for the first down, and it'll be in for 35. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Dropping back, it's Burns. Feeling some heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical.
And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People were fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.